Heyo everyone, Unfit Chaos here, and this video is going to be a little sloppier than my videos normally are, as we are in the Season 7 preview event. That's right, so we're currently in Season 7, showing off all the wonderful content to all of you, upcoming to the release in a couple of days. So with this preview event, you'll notice a few things. One, there's a bunch of wonderful watermarks on the screen because, as you all should understand, disclaimer, it's a preview event, not the actual content. Some stuff will change, some things need to be adjusted, so take all of what we test and show you with a little bit of a grain of salt. It is most of the way there, but a few things might not be quite right. With that, for this video, we're going to talk about the season interface. So that is everything in the F5 menu that you typically will see. So let's get right into it. For Season 7, you have your typical overview, but now it has a wonderful new menu. So now it's a little bit fancier with your wonderful artwork that does move as your mouse moves, with all of your different menus in the bottom. So we're going to get right into the Battle Pass that all of you will want to see. The Battle Pass has not really changed much since previous seasons. It is still 1 through 300 with your Battle Pass on the top and your general battle rewards on the bottom. You get your typical starting attire, the Thanes, I think it's Thanes attire. And a new cool feature is that you have this little eye in the top. You can actually preview some of the rewards, which has a really cool little video. Shows off the item to you. So as we get into it, it's a lot of your same rewards that you're going to typically see: magistrates, memoirs, random artillery chests, etc. One thing you've noticed is there is no hero tokens. For Season 7, hero tokens are gone. There is now one currency, and that currency is blades. Yes, your blades from Season 6 will roll over to Season 7, so get them as much as you can. Stock up on blades with your couple days that you still have left, and then those will carry over into this current season, so that is a wonderful change that they made. As you go up through, one of the other changes is now you can see the next major bonus off to the side, so as you change through, it'll show that next reward. So at 25 is the next major reward. You do get the Thunderclap emote at 15. It's kind of a nifty looking little emote. You have your typical treaties and all that. As we go up through, the next major one you're going to see is at 25, and that is the Berserker's banner. So that is the banner that you're going to get. You also do have avatars. You get the first avatar at 28. I will cover avatars in a second as a little bonus feature on this video. As we go through, your next major one is at 50, as you can see on the side there, though you do have a lot of your typical rewards. I'll just flash through this and you can kind of pause it and look at them. At 50, you get the unit attire, and this thing is rather cool looking. It's almost like a goat or a ram horn design on the front. I think it looks really cool. This is going to be great for your cav units, or put this on like the berserkers without the horse attire. As we go through, once again, typical stuff. The next big one is at 72. You do have well-made war rockets as the legendary artillery. You get that at 64. You do at 72 get your horse attire. We'll take a little bit closer look at this later. I kind of like the look of it. Also at 72, you get your weapon box choice. So you're going to unlock that there. Next on, as we go, you're going to mainly have your attire at 100. You do have the folk dance as an emote for at 85. And then getting along to it, you're going to have the Battle Pass 100 attire. Really cool looking attire. The only thing is, like how with the level 1 one, you have the growling and all that. This one, every once in a while, he blows a horn. If you think it's a little too loud or a little too obnoxious, let them know, and then they could always try to tweak it. But that is something your character will randomly do with it. All the way past this, it's just a whole bunch of various blades. I did not count up this time to know for sure, but some other people have done some counting, and it seems like in total, you get roughly 13,700 blades, somewhere in that range. So keep that in mind as you're looking at attires and stuff to pick up in the seasonal store. So for the purchase menu, they did update this, and it also has a nice nifty aesthetic. You have your buying of season levels at the top, and you once again can just pick the level you want to get to. You have the battle pass and then the fortune and favor battle pass where you get the added glory. So moving right along into challenges. Challenges have not changed since the previous seasons. You have your various weeks that will unlock as you go. You get 2 refreshes every week. If you have a couple that you cannot obtain or do not want to obtain, you can refresh those out and try to get stuff that's simpler and easier for you to get. The only change that has happened is that it is now a total of 12 weeks. So instead of stopping at 10 weeks, we have 12 weeks of challenges. Unit challenges also have not really changed. They do have a couple UI changes that look really nice though. So for this, they now have these really nice like 3D modeled designs, which is really sweet. On top of that, with the new seasonal units, you do get a couple at least models. So not all of them are completely identical. There are at least a couple of models to kind of change up the aesthetic of the units. I'm going to get more detail into these units separate videos wise. So I will have a separate video for each one. All I will cover though in this one is that you do have the typical 10 leadership reduction like normal and resupply price reduction like normal. On top of that, Sons of Fenrir, you have 2 stages to unlock Sons of Fenrir. For the Berserkers, it takes 3 stages to unlock them. And then for the Shield Mains, it takes 4 stages to unlock them. So I'll get into more detail about this later. I will cover though that they reduced difficulty season 3, so it'll only take 6 out of the 10 for each stage to unlock. So that is the season to kind of look at getting seasonal units for. That's not the primary season. They did not reduce the difficulty on season 2 again. We have commented on this already, and they are going to push this to the developers that we would like to see season 2 to be continued at a reduced difficulty. So we will see what the developers decide to do with that feedback. We really hope though that they're going to continue to reduce the previous seasons and just stack on new ones. Into the campaign menu. For season 7, we have 4 regions available. Starting off, you're going to either choose Anadolu or Asteria as your starting region. So that's going to be either the south or the north. And there's going to be a territory war across them in the first stage. Running into stage 2, we are going to get the unlock of Borderlands, and that's going to be part of the stage 2 combat. Stage 3 is then going to be a fight across all 4 regions. And in stage 5, the Asterian and Andulu capital are going to be available to assault and take over. And obviously Polveros being available to take as the primary capital goal for the entire season. You can see dates here that are going to be running. Once again, this is a preview event, so there could be changes and adjustments to those dates. But that is going to be how the territory war takes place in season 7. So next we'll get into seasonal runes. I'm not going to cover this too much because I will have a dedicated video coming out talking just about runes in season 7. But in general, what this is runes are going to be a way to augment both your weapon, your helm, or your chest piece with added abilities. And these are going to be unlocked based off of season level, not battle pass. So based off your gameplay and how you progress, you're going to earn your seasonal levels that then will unlock various tiers of runes. Maximum is going to be season level 45, so it shouldn't be too hard to obtain. But like I said, I'll have a dedicated video talking just about runes coming up shortly, so watch out for that. So if we go back into your seasonal store, this has pretty much not changed much. You have all your current seasonal items. On top of that, the new antiques. So let's talk about antique attires. So antique attires with each season, new ones will be coming in, and those will be at a set price. The old antique attires that were available from the previous season are then going to go up in price. That means if you really like the current antique attires in season 6, try to pick them up because they're going to go up. You're going to have, say, the epics go up at about 500, and then the legendaries are going to go up at about 1,000 blades per each. As it rolls into the next season again, then those older antique attires are going to start dropping off. So definitely have an eye on antique attires. If there's an attire you really like, plan that around. When it's currently a new antique attire, it'll be cheapest. It's going to go up in price and eventually disappear down the road. For the rest of the seasonal store, it's all pretty typical stuff. You have your schematics that you pick up, your treaties. You're only going to get 3 weapons and 10 armor schematics. And on top of that, your pretty typical stuff. You don't have the exchanges anymore because blades are the only seasonal currency. So that's very nice that it's been simplified for that. All right, so let's get into the avatars. I mentioned we were going to talk about this. Avatars are a new icon system that is going to be added to Conqueror's Blade. Avatars are just little icons that are going to appear next to your name on like matchmaking loading screens, in your house as well. So the avatar icons are going to be unlocked through various means. You're going to have your default ones that are available. You're going to have some from the season passes. You'll see that if you had obtained certain attires in previous seasons through various means like buying them, etc., you're going to actually get avatars for those. There are also going to be some from the last stage of the seasonal units that are going to be available. And you've got ones for classes by doing stuff like slaying 1,000 heroes in matched battles with certain weapons. Some of these are going to be retroactively earned, such as ones from buying the attires. Some of these, like I believe these weapon ones, are going to be started from scratch. You also have frames that go around the avatars. So these are going to be the same concept. So starting from now forward, if you get Grand Champion, you get a frame to go around. If you get, say, Monarch House situation, you're going to get one to go around. So I hope this video helped you out at getting a look at Season 7 and some content that is to come up shortly. I'm going to be doing more videos diving deeper into some of the other things coming in Season 7, including a dedicated video for each of the new units that'll dive into some matchups for them, some ideas about veterancy builds, which doctrines I'd use, etc. So keep an eye out on the channel for that content to come. So with that, thank you all, and until next time, I'll see you on the battlefield. Oh God. Oh. Okay. Whew. That'll wake me up.